Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision, and glad to see everybody on such a great fall day here in the St. Louis area. But I tell you what, one of the best things is our cross country team is going to be competing next weekend, and it's great to catch up with their head coach, Chris Sandefur. And Chris, first off, how's everybody doing? How's the family? How have you been able to kind of stay sane throughout the whole quarantine during the spring and over into the summer?
Things have been going well. As a as a distance coach, I still like to run myself, so I've been able to find an outlet through that and had some time to kind of focus on doing my own training a little bit, and then exploring all the different trails in St. Louis and stuff is awesome. So I've been social distancing, out exploring kind of the local parks and the state parks that we have here in St. Louis.
Awesome. Well, I know the one thing, I know a lot of the fall sports are being moved to the spring, but for cross country, that's very difficult. And, I have a track background and covering a lot of track and field and cross country. And it's really difficult to move cross country to the spring. Can you talk from a coach's standpoint why we are making every effort to run cross country in the fall and stay away from the spring when the regular track and field season is going on?
Yeah, I think that it is tough because of that would put cross and track kind of against each other on that aspect where the distance runners that run cross country, they play a big vital role into the success of most track programs and stuff. So I think that by not allowing those those distance kids to run track, that could cause some issues for our success in track. And then also it kind of hurts the development, and cross sometimes, especially on the guy side, they're running a lot longer distance. And then they would miss out on some opportunities to run some of those middle distance events and keep developing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's great that the coaches in the GLVC and our conference leadership have developed a plan so that we can get at least 3 meets in, which would meet the new NCAA, standards for what we would need to do. But I like how they've put it together, having a local meet, then a regional meet, and then the GLVC championships. Talk a little bit about the decision-making process with how that went down when everybody met.
Yeah, I think a lot of it was thinking about like having the meets progress and stuff throughout the whole fall, and stuff. So I think that was an important part of it and stuff too. So we're keeping things local. That's limiting some extra travel for some meets, which is important. And then as that goes on, we're staying kind of local and combining some of those other meets from the West, and stuff. So we'll have a chance to kind of see some local teams. I'm excited about facing the local teams because it's kind of developed some rivalries, I think, within the conference too. And that's going to be fun to see, hey, are we one of the better teams in St. Louis? And then for those teams that are down in the southwest portion of Missouri, they get to find out if they are one of the better teams in the southwest part of Missouri.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It kicks off on Friday. We'll have a tri meet over in St. Charles County against once again the local schools, and then 2 weeks later we'll go up to the championship course up at Principia and run the Western Regional part of the season, and then obviously the GLVC championships up at Principia on October 24th. But I agree with you. I think that tri-meet on Friday is going to be a heck of a lot of fun because you've got the natural rivalries, and sometimes during the cross-country season, we really don't see those teams going against each other.
Yeah, I agree and stuff. And I think that a lot of the kids know each other, because I think there's a good ties in St. Louis and from some of the local schools that you're going to see some of those kids that are from this area competing against each other, and they all know each other from high school and stuff like that too. And I think that'll carry on to the next meet and stuff too, that we compete in and everything. It's going to be like, hey, we came from this tri, now we're facing another group and athletes and stuff. We kind of already know the athletes that we've already seen once.
And the protocols are, put it this way, folks that have seen cross country in the past, this is not going to look like the normal cross country meet. There's a lot of protocols, a lot of safety that are going into the planning for all 3 of these events. I know, they're going to extend the starting area. They're going to extend the finish line area so that you don't have that herd mentality, so to say. But what are some of the other protocols that are being put into place to keep everybody safe in order to compete the 3 meets that we need to coming up here starting Friday?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest changes is going to be no spectators, to be honest, and stuff. That's going to be different. So I think that the kids are going to be, I think the kids are going to be able to hear the coaches a lot easier, and they're going to be able to hear each other a lot easier and stuff too. So I'm excited to see some of the communication within each other during the race and stuff. There won't be that big crowd running back and forth. And so I also think it's going to challenge the kids to be, really internally motivated and stay focused throughout the race, because they're not going to be able to rely on that, maybe that mid part of the race coming through a big crowd and cheering them on there, or when they're getting close to the finish line, they're starting to hear the crowd and stuff, that gets them excited, saying, oh, I'm close to the finish line, I need to start thinking about how much farther I have to go and when to push hard and stuff too. So I think that's a big change for them on that environment. And just different protocols about the finish line area, and like you said, the starting line area will be a different, the way we travel is going to be different from all these teams and things like that. So but I think the kids are excited and they're prepared. I've been really impressed about how like kind of brave they've been, and I've been really impressed about like how they've handled all the protocols that we've had just in practice and stuff too. It shows that we have a really good, even though we are a young team, we have a really mature group, and they're really motivated. They want to do this and they want to be successful at this.
Well, and you've got some great leadership, especially on the men's side. Nate Montemayor, it seems like Nate's been here forever, but he has been that steadying force for the distance program here at Maryville. Talk a little bit about him, and a couple of the other men and women that we're going to be looking forward to seeing during the tri meet, and then during the regional and the championships.
Yeah, it's good that we have our top 3 guys returning, which is exciting and stuff too. We had Nick Warman that was just outside of being all conference last year, and then followed by a freshman named Caleb Pyle, and then we had Nate right behind him and stuff. So I think that those 3 guys have been to those big races before, and they have a lot of experience. And so I'm seeing that, just example is yesterday during a workout and stuff too. Them just playing a leadership role to some of the younger guys within the workouts, and just preparing them for what to expect during a race and how it's going to feel and stuff. This is a whole new level for some of those younger guys, and they might not know what to expect, but I think the way that our upperclassmen handle themselves in workouts, they're getting that great experience. And even on the same side, on the women's side, Keely Smith is, taking our young runners under her hand, and she's showed them, the way we do things here. And the good thing is she works hard, so it's a good example. And so they've been excited. But yeah, the whole group, they showed up at a different level this year, which is awesome to see and stuff. So I'm just happy to see what they can build off compared to what they did last year.
Awesome stuff, Chris. Well, we're excited. We had golf start last week on the road out in Indianapolis. You guys are going to open up your season on Friday up in St. Charles, and we're excited about the 3 meets that me and Chuck are going to be able to get to and cover. So it's going to be a lot of fun seeing what our cross-country programs do. Chris, thanks so much for the time. We appreciate it, and I know we'll talk here over the next couple of weeks.
All right, thank you.
Chris Sandefur, our head cross-country coach, joins us, and once again, the teams will be running in a meet up in St. Charles on Friday. Once again, no fans permitted, but you'll be able to get all the results right on MaryvilleSaints.com throughout the day and evening, and we'll keep you updated on what the situation is with our great cross-country runners as they get ready for a shortened season, but a very important shortened season. 3 meets to the championships for the GLVC, so it'll be a lot of fun. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.